Good evening. My name is Terry Gregory, and I am a graduate student of Houston Baptist University. Right now, I am taking marriage and family therapy, and the prompt for this exercise was to do a mock counseling with a married couple. The married couple is to my right, and they will introduce themselves.
Alexia Andrew.
So these are the Andrews. They've been married for 11 years. They said it is not without issues, but at this particular moment, they are doing quite well. So the principle that I chose for them was create shared meaning. Gottman and Nan, um, from what I can understand, they intended the shared uh, meaning to be created by the couple to bolster their relationship, to make them closer, to bind them closer together, and then to have memories that they could bring forth when they needed to. So I am going to speak on the four pillars. They remarked about four pillars in in this principle. And the first pillar was rituals of connection. And rituals of connection is when the couple has rituals that they perform that they do on a regular basis, and this is only to bring them closer together, so that they might just strengthen their love. And I'd like to ask y'all, what are y'all rituals?
Starbucks Saturdays,
Mm-hmm.
and waiting up for him at night when he gets up from work.
Mm-hmm.
Him waking up in the morning and walking me to the car when I go to work in the morning, and phone calls in my lunch break.
So it seems like y'all have a little thing going because it is so important to keep that ritual going, that communication, those little surprise phone calls at lunchtime, Taco Tuesdays, and the Saturday. Even though your work schedules don't mesh, you still find time for each other. And that is a plus in a relationship. If you don't see eye to eye on a situation, what happens? Okay.
And or we'll take a step back and re recap or come back to it to get a better understanding.
Okay. How about holiday meals? Is that a plus or minus for y'all?
A plus.
Why is it a plus?
Cooking, sharing, laughing.
Okay, when you get ready for bed, do you cuddle before you go to sleep? I know he comes home late. You say you stay up and wait on him. So do you get to cuddle a little bit before you fall asleep?
Yes, when he's tired, we get to snuggle. Um, if he's not tired, usually I will kiss him and we'll hold each other for a little bit, and then I would turn the other direction and fall asleep.
Okay. Do y'all do errands together?
Yes.
And you realize all this is part of that uh, creating that shared connection. And all it does is bolster the love that you have for each other. It just brings you closer. That's one more thing to bring you closer. Okay, so pillar two is support for each other's role. And what that means is, um, are you helping each other? How do you support each other? Mhm. Okay. Do you agree with that?
I agree.
So what I'm hearing is that you all in your support for each other's role as husband and wife, you communicate and you feel communication is a big thing, and you try to solve whatever issues come up by communicating. Is that correct to say?
Yes. Yes, absolutely.
Okay. Do y'all share similar values? What are your values?
Family. We value family very much. We're a big supporter and love of our family. We value our marriage. We value our friendship within our marriage. We value quality time. We value friendships outside of our marriage. We value supportive relationship. We value healthy relationship. We value love for each other, respect for each other, commitment for our marriage.
Hmm.
We value what God has instilled in us and how to be husband and wife.
Okay. And now that you mentioned about God, I noticed that the decor on your wall it depicts family, faith, everything goes along with family, faith, togetherness, cherishing. So I think that's a testament to you all's faith, and that faith has played a big role in your marriage. Is that fair to say?
Yes, it is.
Okay. So next we're going to go to pillar three, and it's shared goals. We're not talking about who takes the trash out. We're talking about real goals. And what are your goals? And how do you plan to accomplish them?
One of our goals that we're working on currently is getting our home. And
Mhm.
how we are working on that is talking with a realtor, going to look at homes.
Mhm.
I look at homes and record them because of his work schedule. And when it comes home, we look at them and make a choice of which one we want. We set up a path of saving money to be able to purchase the homes and the requirements needed for the home, as far as moving and movers and so forth. We're talking about retirement and what that looks like for our future
Mhm.
and what we need to do. We both have savings account and try to make sure we put savings every time we get paid, making sure we pay our bills so to keep a good credit.
Mhm.
As we're focusing on doing trips where I just my passport is coming in and work on his passport so we can start traveling and making time for each other.
That sounds good. That sounds good. Hmm. So it's important to have the same goals, in that way you're not going in two different directions. And by sharing the same goals, again, you're just strengthening that bond because you have a common goal that you're trying to accomplish. And the goals that you have, you need to accomplish them with your partner. And pillar four is shared values and symbols. And again, I'm going to go back to your decor because there's the stuff that you have up is faith, cherishing family, friends. So everything, hope, all of that goes back to God
Yes,
because He wants us to have hope.
right.
And our hope is in God.
Yes,
So as long as you keep keeping Him in the forefront, I believe that you will continue to be successful in your marriage and the things that you're trying to do.
we agree.
So the shared value thing we talking about now, we're trying to get an idea of what, well, like I said, it's your decor. That's your symbol there. What does home mean to you two?
Peace.
Okay. I didn't ask you this earlier, but I'm going to ask you now. If you were to write your own obituary, Michael, William, whoever you are, whoever, okay, on your cover. But anyway, if you were to write your obituary, what would it say? Would you want it to mention your accomplishments? Oh, mm-hmm,
What happened about
mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
it?
You put that in your own obituary, you will be missed. All right, then. Mercy, Alexia.
It would say Alexia lived a long life. She died at the age of 102. She left behind, she went to be with her mother and father, her brothers and sister, and she and her husband went together, leaving the grandchildren, great grandchildren to continue in the legacy of the Andrews.
Hmm. What do you consider your legacy?
Marriage is our legacy. A lot of people divorce. A lot of
Mhm.
people our age right now are single, and a lot of children do not see what love and affection looks like because they don't see that they're home.
Mm-hmm.
So what we strive to do is show that marriage is something worthy to have. It is
Mm-hmm.
something that people should look for
Mm-hmm.
and to seek. And while it's work, but it can be fun as well.
Okay. Okay. All right. Do y'all have any questions for me?
We just thank you for this opportunity because this also helped us to bond and to see our values brought up to life.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, I appreciate y'all volunteering. I appreciate the answers that you gave me. I hope in some way that you now have a different outlook on shared connections and what it means to have a ritual, what it means to have that date night, what it means to be around that family during the holiday, or even do your own holiday. So if you ever want to read this book, you can get this book because it is truly, say for instance, you start having some issues, it is truly a good book. It helps you work through your problems. It helps you solve the solvable. And if you can't, then you need to seek professional help. Don't ever try to take something on yourself that you're not trained for because it could wind up hurting you in the long run. But when you seek a professional, they'll know what is going on and they'll know what it is they need to do to help you get back on track. So I thank you both for being in the video and I thank the people that are watching. Thank you and I will see you in the next video.